Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to Haven Fellowship. Let's get ready to rumble!
Run.
No phones.
Hey, I'm Adam.
And I'm Eric, and welcome back to TBGT, Two Ball Guys Talking. You know what's hard? Not thinking about yourself all the time.
As human beings, it's natural to focus on yourself, what you want, the problems you face. Jesus teaches us a different way to live.
He teaches us to be humble, which means we focus on serving others rather than being consumed with ourselves. In this episode, we're going to talk about thinking of yourself less.
Define humility in your own words.
So let's ask Siri. Siri, define humility.
Humility means a modest or low view of one's own importance, humbleness.
Okay, so like somebody doing something good but not really wanting the credit for it. We've already established that religion is focused on you. It's about what you need to do right. This effort to perform naturally leads to pride for getting things right or to self-loathing for getting things wrong.
Both of these miss the bullseye of godly humility, which is focused on Jesus. Romans chapter 12, verses 2 through 3 says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your minds, so that you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. For by the grace given to me, I say to everyone among you not to think of yourself more highly than you ought to think, but to think with a sober judgment, each according to the measure of faith that God has assigned." So what does verse 3 say about humility?
In Romans 12, 4 through 5, it says, "For as in one body we have many members, and not all members have the same function. So we, who are many, are one body in Christ, and individually we are members one of another." When your identity and worth are found in your relationship to Jesus, you're freed from the endless cycle of comparing yourself to others. You don't have to one-up and outdo anyone.
People are no longer competition when you aren't living to prove yourself to anyone else. You're living to please God.
Recall Paul's words to the Ephesians that we looked at in session 1. "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is a gift of God, not a result of works, so that no one may boast." How do these verses absolutely destroy religious effort, pride, and comparison to others?
The truth is that you're loved and accepted by God's grace alone, not by your works. So you have nothing to boast about. That doesn't mean you won't still be tempted to compare yourself to others. You may be tempted to feel you're better than others who don't believe in Jesus yet.
Or those who know Jesus but aren't as good at doing the right things as you are. But Jesus leaves no room for pride and comparison. Everyone needs his love and grace. Let's read John 8, 1 through 11. This is another story about the beautiful and scandalous grace of Jesus. Put yourself in this scene.
One moment this woman is involved in an act of adultery. The next she is seized by religious leaders, forced into the public, and then she finds herself laying at the feet of Jesus.
Let that shock sink in. Feel the crushing weight of the religious leaders' pride and arrogance, the hateful self-righteousness that so desperately wanted to be right that it was willing to throw rocks at this woman until she died.
What do Jesus' responses to the Pharisees and to the woman reveal about pride and humility?
How are you like the woman in John 8? How are you like the Pharisees? Remember, don't think too much of yourself or too little of others. We all need God's grace.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Remember, we're two bald guys who love Jesus. We'll see y'all next time.
Oh, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you like this video and subscribe for more awesome Haven Youth content.
It was ridiculous. And check the description below for our Haven Fellowship church page and information about coming to our church.